Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Hattrick with me, Alfapiomega, and my club, Dei Visocione. I have left out a week due to Christmas, but I'm back now after Christmas with some more recent update. I don't even know where to start. Basically, I'm gonna start with... Okay, let's start with the saddest news. The saddest news this week is something that really shocked me, considering Hattrick. I was just going through the series, and looking at the last round results, and I found out that Mrcastnici had 0-0 with Mechu and Kapradí. And I was like, what the hell is that dude doing? How can he lost with a bot team? And then it struck me. Mrcastnici quit. I can't really blame him for doing this. I can't really, not sympathize with why he did that. We have been in this series forever and no one really could get out, but I believe that we were getting better, all of us, he was and I was, and we're training and getting more money and everything, and he was like, that was the high point of the season for me every time, playing against Mrcastnici. This season was supposed to end with that match, and now that I found out that that dude, I can't even, I can't even find him anymore. For some reason, the series ended, the current forum discussions, and it means that, I don't even know if he has a different team. But wherever he is, I wish him all the best, because I'm pretty sure he didn't give up on Hattrick, or I hope so. I think he just felt, frustrated maybe with not being able to get out. Or maybe it's something different. Maybe it's just he didn't have time anymore to play. It's possible, though Hattrick is very low demand game. So, yeah. It kind of took away a bit of me knowing that we lost Mrcastnici, because me and him were the oldest players in this series, and now it's just me. So, yeah. So, what does this mean for us? Well, we are 2 points below Odry City and 7 points below Vulpes City. When we look at the fixtures, I don't even know if there's 5 more matches. We're going to play against Vulpes Vulpes, that's probably a victory. Against Mrcastnici, that's probably a victory. Against Odry City, which is going to be an interesting match. But I believe we can win this one. What are... We have the edge. Okay, so everyone is expecting them to win, so we will see. Then there's a match against FC Vulpes City, and then against Mrcastnici. While Odry City will play against Mrcastnici, me, and then Mechu and Kapradí, and then FC. Okay, so if we lose with Vulpes and they lose with Vulpes, we can be second this season if, all goes well and we win against Odry City. I'm not sure if that's even possible, but I sure as hell we're gonna try that. We will see if that's possible. Meanwhile, we had a nice match on our stadium this week. We earned 8,531,000, and we're gonna have a friendly on our turf, so that's around 300, maybe 400,000 again. Who is Yemot? Oh, okay, they have a nice amount of members, so that could be even 500,000. And thus, the finances are okay. I don't think... Oh, well, the sponsors are dancing in the streets still. I mean, that's interesting. I thought they would be feeling worse, but, they're still increasing their contribution to my team. Fans, well, we got a couple fans. They're still increasing. We're at 1,401 members right now, which is pretty cool. You can see that after that little mishap here, which is probably somewhere around here, we're going up again, or maybe this would be it. We're going up again quite nicely, so that makes me happy. They're dancing in the streets for a couple of weeks at this point, so that's fine. Now, another thing that's actually really important for me is I have been contacted by one of the U20 scouts. I don't know if you guys know who the U20 scouts are, but basically they're scouts for the U20 national teams. That should be teams, if I understand this correctly, of age 20 and below. And they contacted me regarding one of my players. It was an Austrian scout, and he contacted me regarding Julian Löbebauer. He wanted to see what he's like, so I provided that to him, and he said thanks, but he's not what we're looking for. However, it made me realize that the TSI of my team is getting quite high. For example, Daniel Sinda is at 26,000, almost 27,000, while some of the potential trainees like Julian Wolbebauer are really, really, really good. Now, I think I spoke about this last week. I'm planning to sell some of my players. I'm planning it for quite some time now because I believe that we can make a lot of money. For example, I thought about selling Daniel Sindel because he's not really all that good. He's great in playmaking and he's still quite young. So I checked how much I bought him for, and I bought him for 8.5 million. If we put him on a transfer compare now, he's somewhere between 30 and 45, well, 35 and 45 million. So I could make, median is 37,842,000. So if I put him on the market for, say, 25 million starting price, it could go anywhere to around 40 million. So that would be an incredible boost for which I could buy a really good, really young trainee. Same thing I'm thinking about doing with, where is the players here? With Zisov Mosler, who is, well, say worse, but he's been with me for, I don't know, from the very beginning, I think. Transfer story, he was here forever. And if we put him on transfer compare now, he's anywhere between 12 and 20 million, so, or 9 and 20 million. So I could sell him and make room for another trainee. So if we sell these two players, I would probably put Zdisov for 10 million out and Daniel Sinda for 25. And the worst we could make out of them would be 35 million. With the maximum that I dare to say could be like 50. You know, depending on who sees them and who has planned with them. Plus, they're still playing and they will still, be gaining. I'm gonna sell them right after the season ends. So in between the seasonal, in between two seasons. So I'm hoping that by then their price could get even a bit higher. I'm hoping that, you cannot know, but I'm hoping that's a possibility. So wish me luck with that. Furthermore, I'm thinking about selling some of these guys after the season is over. I would like to create an A team out of these players and have an A team and a B team and turn and sell the players in the B team and get better ones. So I'll have to make how would I... I need to make a plan for which players are the core players for my team, and I will rotate them with the players from B team. If I get someone really good in B team, I'm going to promote him to A team and sell the player from A team, But otherwise, the B team is where I'm going to train and sell the players. There's a huge potential for massive profit in tens of millions. For example, Aleš Němec is another very old player of mine. He's 26. But I think he could yield us, around 7 million. So I might get rid of him as well before he gets even worse. But, people like Hieronym Kobielus, David Borges, I think if I sold these guys, they could make a decent profit. I even think I could sell, for example, Gorman Tesla, which I believe I bought for 2 million, and now he should be at some... 7 or 8.5 million. There's some players around 28 million. So I need to train them a bit more and then sell them at a good spot. But who was that guy I bought for 40,000? Was that Václav Balon? No, I bought you for 4 million. I think Václav Balon, when I bought him, my mentor was against and told me that I bought him for way too much. Yeah, he's still around 5.5, but still, I think I could sell him at a decent profit now. But I bought someone for 40,000. Who was that guy? 10 million for you. How much are you worth now? Okay, 16 million. David, was it David Borges? Oh yeah, David Borges. I bought him for 80,000. It was an incredible. I don't know how I did that. And now when you look at transfer compare, he's at around 5 million. So if I train him a bit more, I could sell him for, I don't know, 6,000% profit or something ridiculous like that. But yeah, basically the most I can get for is Daniel Sindel and Zisov Moslar, and then some of these players. But I really have to, build my A team and decide on that. I'm really looking forward to what's going to happen with, where is he? With Karol Bartowiak, because he already had a boost in playmaking. So I'm hoping that in 1 or 2 seasons I could sell this guy for a massive profit. But I think, yeah, he's now averaging between 20 and 23 million, and I bought him for 17. So he immediately jumped up, and I think this guy could be. Well, maybe I'll keep him, to be honest. Maybe I'll keep him in my A team and, sell him when he's like 25. We'll see. I need to make a long-term strategy. But the truth is that I need to sell some of the players and buy younger ones, better ones, use the profit that I gained to get better players. So we'll see about that. I'll have to see about that. Anyway, youth team, the season is over. I decided to look a bit more into it. I was speaking about that for a long time now. So I got a third scout, and lo and behold, we finally got a good guy. He's 15, and he has a winger of maximum inadequate and passing of inadequate with max unknown. So I hope that this guy could be someone we might be able to sell. You can see that we got Bedřich Grigar, we got Bořek Fojt. I kind of, fired most of the older guys, so all this is just me and Drna now. Okay, you can go and get bent. I need to, fire them constantly. But I'm pushing average lower and lower and lower. I'm picking up the youngest players I can. Too bad, though, that Boris has no specialty, but, he might still be good. I think everything above this is what I have been playing with in the past few weeks. So we got Boris, Bedřich, Bořek Fojt, Josef Zanka, and Jaroslav Řezniček. These guys, I think, are, decent. They might not be bad, but or they might not be great, but they will definitely be decent. The rest of these guys, I'm eventually going to. Maybe I could try. I'm trying to promote some of them if it's possible. In squad, yeah, in 23 days. So I can, invest in him and see. Maybe he has a winger of incredible Wilhelm Steinbauer. Some of these guys. I'm trying to, restructure-wise it and have some better idea about what I'm doing. So yeah, I guess I've been speaking for quite some time now. I kind of explained what I'm doing and what I'm planning, and I hope you guys, understand that. I'm looking forward to knowing what you think. The definite or the only thing I know I will do at the end of the season is I will use the money that I have now, that I will gain from my position in the team and from the sale of players like Daniel Sindel to buy more trainees. That's the only thing I know. Daniel Sindel and Zdzisław Moslar, these guys have to go. I'm probably also going to sell that winger. Who is he? What's his name? I always Aleš Němec, because this guy, he's great. I can say that he's great, but I'm not really that happy with him. He's training and everything, but Yeah, he hasn't been in a play in a while as well. I think he was injured actually. It doesn't say here. So that might be the reason why he's not playing, but you know, I might, I have to make a strategy. That's all there is to it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you guys know what I speak, and I'm looking forward to your comments because I'm quite floating, not sure what I want to do exactly, but it's starting to take shape in my head at least. So you guys take care and see you next time with some more Hattrick.